under the law, as you know, I'm supposed to give the defendant an opportunity, if she so desires, to make any additional comment. Does she waive that?
I'd like to say that I am very sorry for, to the parishioners, people, the employees and staff of St. Amelia's.
Well, this is a very disturbing case to me, obviously, and although you say you're appreciative of the commitment, I want the victims to know that when we met, I had no idea what a previous judge looked at, but I took a look at it, and I value when someone comes up, pleads guilty, waives their right to appeal, which gives finality to the victims, because we could have a long, drawn-out trial that would have occurred next year because of our court calendar. Then after trial, there's always appeals, so there is some finality. I was shocked to learn that of all the money that was taken, there wasn't $1 left. I don't know how one person can spend all that money, but it's gone. You certainly deserve the prison term that I thought was just and proper. And I'm not blaming the victim on it, but I do encourage all churches and all non-for-profits to keep better records and cross-checks and balances, because I've been on the bench approximately 17 to 18 years. And I remember when in my early stages, we had another Catholic church in Erie County somewhere. Thousands of dollars were taken there, and you would think there would be procedures in place, and I encourage that. I'm being very careful with my words now, but laws have been changed recently where the trend is, oh, after a number of years, we're going to seal everything. Well, volunteer fire companies, churches, they should have every right to go into a background before they hire somebody as a volunteer fireman treasurer or as a bookkeeper for a church. In this case, this individual defendant had a prior record, grand larceny, 4th degree, although being a church, maybe they could say, you know, we want to give them a chance. They gave you a chance, and you abused that trust. I don't know how you're going to do it in the future with all these felonies being sealed, but I think it's so important for all churches and volunteer fire companies to be more vigilant on who they hire. All right, with that being said, it is a judgment of this court that on your conviction for the crime of, with regard to count 1, grand larceny in the 2nd degree, that you be sentenced to an indeterminate term of imprisonment, which will have a maximum of 9 years. The court hereby imposes a minimum of 3 years. With regard to count 11, grand larceny in the 2nd degree, the court hereby sentences you to an indeterminate term of imprisonment, which will have a maximum of 10 years. The court hereby imposes a minimum term of 5 years. These two sentences are to run consecutive for a grand total of an indeterminate sentence of 8 to 19 years. Now, with regard to count 2, grand larceny in the 2nd degree, that is an indeterminate sentence of 3 to 9 years. Count 3, grand larceny, 2nd degree, an indeterminate sentence of 3 to 9 years. Count 4, criminal possession of a forged instrument in the 2nd degree, an indeterminate sentence of 2 1/3 to 7 years. Count 5, falsifying business records in the 1st degree, an indeterminate sentence of 1 1/3 to 4 years. Count 6, criminal possession of a forged instrument in the 2nd degree, an indeterminate sentence of 3 1/2 to 7 years. Count 7, falsifying business records, 1st degree, an indeterminate sentence of 1 1/3 to 4 years. Count 8, criminal possession of a forged instrument in the 2nd degree, an indeterminate sentence of 2 1/3 to 7 years. Count 9, falsifying business records, 1st degree, indeterminate sentence of between 1 1/3 to 4 years. And count 10, grand larceny, 3rd degree, an indeterminate sentence of 2 1/3 to 7 years. Counts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are to run concurrent to each other. And again, counts 1 and 11 are to run consecutive to each other.